We didn't even mention Carter Hart, who really comes to mind as the MVP of this team. Now, I know so many people are really high on him already, but do you think that he can take his game to even another level this season?
It feels like hockey players, athletes, their progression is never just kind of straight line. And, you know, there's dips and it feels like his is just up here and it's just going to continue to go. Like, there doesn't feel like there's going to be the dips. Although there were some challenges last year, despite having a really good season, in that his road home splits were quite different. And he was fantastic at home, 23-2 with a .943 save percentage. On the road, 4-10-1 with an .857.
Yeah.
So if he can clean up the road, which some of that is the team, some of that is him. He was also better late in the year than he was earlier on the road. But, you know, that's part of the maturity aspect of it. But you think the numbers as a whole, those are really pretty good. Those are kind of middle of the NHL starter numbers, you know, 15-ish maybe in the NHL. Can he push from the top 10? Can he push higher than the top 10 this year for the Philadelphia Flyers? I think that's the expectation, is that he's got that kind of game. We've talked about Carter Hart for, it seems like, 5 or 6 or 7 years, which is impossible because he's not that old.
Right.
But, you know, for several years now, from his crazy numbers in the WHL on through his quick developments for the AHL and into the NHL, and I think if he gives them that, with the kind of forwards they have, the kind of goals that they could score, Philadelphia will be really good, one of the better teams in whatever division they happen to be in next year, if he can take that step. And most goalies, most players, I would not be confident that they could do it. With him, I feel pretty good saying that it's likely that he will. Well,
remember who kind of carried them when he was struggling on the road is Brian Elliott. And now that we know it's likely going to be a compressed schedule, maybe a lot of back-to-backs, who knows, how important does that make Brian Elliott's role on this team?
I think having depth in net is so important. More important than ever for this year upcoming, because there will be lots of games in a short window. They probably will be a lot more back-to-backs depending on travel situations. And you'll need to rely on your second goalie, your backup, to play more regularly so that the starter is rested when it comes to the playoffs. So, yeah, when you have a guy that you can trust like Brian Elliott, who's been around the league, that has a great working relationship with the starter, that the players trust, that is a huge advantage when the coach has no hesitation, no matter who you're against, whatever situation is. Like, it's Moose's turn, Brian Elliott gets the call in and he goes.
So important.